It's been very stressful and I've been struggling. I found out I had to get a pacemaker in 2021.
Bobby Perez has had a tough 4 years.
Didn't know
She was
anything about
denied
it.
disability benefits from the Social Security Administration in 2021, reapplied the next year, and then waited and waited without any answers.
My case had gotten transferred to many different locations. My case was up near Roanoke or Lynchburg. Then it was in Richmond at one time. It was back in Petersburg.
As a last resort, the Prince George County woman emailed CBS 6 last summer, so I contacted the Richmond spokesperson for the SSA. Someone then called Perez.
After I first reached out to y'all, maybe about a month later, I received a letter saying I was approved for disability.
While that early December letter told Perez she was due more than $20,000 for 2 years of disability back pay, nearly 2 months later, she still hasn't seen a dime of it.
My lawyer got paid out of my back pay, and the Social Security office has been paid from it. I still haven't been paid.
Her multiple calls and visits to her local SSA office have yielded no answers, and for Perez, the clock is ticking, namely paying the several months of back rent she owes her very patient landlord, with a terrifying deadline looming.
I actually have court coming up on the 28th that if I don't pay my rent, I'm going to get locked out of here. And I mean, they've gave me chances, I owe late fees, I owe everything, and if I don't pay it, then I have nowhere to go, and it's cold outside.
Perez said someone at the Petersburg office needed to sign off on her case, even though the SSA had approved it 7 weeks ago. I realized that employee is the same person an earlier disability claimant had said was holding up his claim. Since Perez had her number, we called. She was told to contact you to find out whether or not someone at the Petersburg office needs to sign off on what the SSA has already determined. I left a message for that caseworker, but have not heard back from her. So now Perez says she's hoping the SSA can somehow make good on what she was promised so long ago.
I just really hope whoever's going through that has a disability or whatever don't have to go through what I've went through, because this has been a very hard, terrible experience. I've been working on books since I was 15 years old. I'm in my 50s now, and I shouldn't have to fight for what I've worked for this hard.